finally.
Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast, episode 286. I'm your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Gloria. What's up, Gloria?
Hey, hey, hey.
Defed.
Hello there.
Tim.
Hello there.
All right, so now you have the floor, kind sir, Mr. Beef, to say what you have to say that we didn't do a podcast yet on. So I'm going to zoom you in. You have, this is your moment. You possess the moment.
Well, just to let those of you who may not be aware, but will be attending certain UK cinemas on the 23rd of this month to witness the premiere episode of Peter Capaldi. And you'll be watching a live stream Q&A from Leicester Square, the Odeon Cinema, place of many, many, many film premieres. You may notice a rather large head in the second row. That head may be a beef head. Because I will be in attendance. I've been very, very fortunate. Very, very determined. Money being no object. And I will be at Leicester Square, Odeon, for the for the showcase on the 23rd. We'll be watching as has already been publicised, a 5-minute excerpt from a upcoming DVD release. Speculation be as it will, we do not know what this would be. You know, the only thing that we can... Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, since the only DVD announced is the 8th season box set that comes out, I guess, in November, right? The speculation would have to be some kind of missing episode in some way, shape, or form, which would be awesome.
Why give us something that we have already seen? Why give it all the bells and whistles?
Exactly.
I don't think it would detract from Peter Capaldi's first episode.
Well, in other words, it wouldn't be a 5-minute thingy because you can throw DVD commercials on anything, really. I mean, hey, you like this show? Buy it in November. But no, this is something special for this event.
Give us a 2-minute trailer, yeah. Why shot 5 minutes? 5 whole goddamn minutes. So, yeah, I think that could be something very special indeed.
So we don't know if this is a lost episode. What if this is like the 5 Doctor-ish reboot or something? Part 2.
Huh.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
I mean, Peter Capaldi supposedly had filmed with Peter Davison. Supposedly.
Really? Wow. Last I heard, Colin Baker was saying, yeah, it's something we'd like to do, but we never know if this is ever going to happen again. So,
I saw a shot where Peter Davison saying, "I'm going to meet the new guy," or something like that.
We saw photos of that. Remember, he showed up on the set or something. They filmed something, didn't they? Or was that for that? No, this was something new.
The thing is, logistically, you've got to get all the guys together. You've got to get Baker, Davidson, McCoy, conceivably even Paul McGann together. So I'll be surprised if they can do it again so quickly. So my hope is for a missing episode. And then after that, obviously, we're going to have the behind-the-scenes stuff for Deep Breath. And then after that, they haven't announced what guests, but there will be a Q&A that's going to be live streamed to all the cinemas around the UK. I don't know whether that's going to be shown in the cinema screenings in the US. But they said there's going to be special guests, and it would make sense that if it's going to be the debut episode of the new series, that you're going to have hopefully Jenna and Capaldi and Moffat. So I'm looking forward to that tremendously.
You should. I mean, I think that's going to be a memory you're going to have for the rest of your life. I think it's going to be one of the greatest things you've ever seen. I know when I went to Angels Take Manhattan, that was the greatest memory I had. Too bad the cops stuck between me and Smith and walking up.
the funny thing is, the first time I went to that cinema, my dad took me when I was 7 years old to go and watch Ghostbusters. So I'm taking my son, who'll be 8 years old, to go and see the first episode of the new series of Doctor Who there. So that's good. That's quite good in history repeating itself type thing.
Yeah.
That is good.
But also, I'm waiting for word back on confirmation if photography will be allowed for the Q&A. Fingers crossed.
I don't think so. I don't know about that.
It's not necessarily the episode, it's the Q&A. Why can't you have still photography for it?
It will probably be filmed and show up on Doctor Who News anyway, I would think. They often have Q&As from events, don't they, that are posted.
They're never going to answer anything. He's never going to answer anything crazy.
Well, I think
the questions.
No. Well, I think we're all going to have to put our heads together and come up with a set of questions, because I'm going to try and get myself in for doing a question.
All I want to know is,
I think
is
it'd be rude not to.
9 or not?
Yeah. I'm sure that will get met with a short, sharp answer. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then hopefully by the time I'm all sewn up and back home, then I'll have had it all on the computer, and then by the time you guys have watched it, we'll have it for the car, so we'll have a bumper set of information for that night.
Cool.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I think that's awesome. You're going to have the Tommy life. I know that.
Tickets were only £30. Tickets were only £30. I think that was cheap at half the price.
We don't have any information about New York, right? What the hell
nothing's
New York?
Nothing's come out about the tour yet in New York, no.
What the hell? It's the 4th already. Oh, God. What
because
are
they
know
there's going to be, at every venue they go to, there's going to be limited seats, so they don't want to, I don't know, they don't want to freak everybody out. I mean, like Tim said, he was actually very lucky to get those seats, right?
Yeah, literally, the computer system crashed. The tickets went on sale at 10 o'clock in the morning. It took me 2.5 hours to get the tickets.
Yeah, and Stephen in Wales never had that luck. Yeah. I mean, he,
odds are 50-50 chance that Moffat's going to return to the way station with Peter Capaldi and General Louis Coleman, which in the way station, I guess it's Brooklyn, they have a TARDIS in this sci-fi bar that's basically the toilet. It's like a bathroom. And Matt Smith's peed in there, and they've all peed in there. And they watched the Doctor Who episodes with the fans. So more than likely there's a 50-50 chance that they're going to go there. As far as anything else, I'm not sure. I mean, there's no advertisements yet in the city about Doctor Who.
Wouldn't they try to hit up some big famous venue in New York? Or I don't know, like you tell me.
I've been looking.
That'd be kind of like...
I mean, I've been looking. There's nothing. You know what? Maybe they might have put it up in a couple days for Doctor Who. Like they might put advertisements up or something. Like Orphan Black.
You've got to have somewhere where you can screen it. You've got to have a screening place for it. You're going to have a suitable hall for screening.
In Times Square, Orphan Black was all over the place. Posters every freaking place. It was huge as life. You got to promote Doctor Who like that, or buses or whatever.
I mean, the place where I'm going, the capacity of it it's about 1,900 people, and I think the capacity of the place where they're doing the tour in Wales is about 2,000 anyway. So, I would guess that's the sort of audience that they're aiming for. So, if you can think of somewhere in New York that's got that sort of capacity, that would have the facilities to screen the episode, that's probably
Madison Square Garden.
Jacob Javits out there, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
They're probably going to be on Good Morning America. They're probably going to be on the shows like The View or something. Or
that's true.
Ferguson.
Where's Ferguson filmed? Is it filmed in New York? Or?
I don't know, actually. But I know that Jimmy Fallon wrote a film. Well, no, what is that? Where's that film now? I'm trying to think of that too. No, that's in New York, I think. I don't know.
Is it Good Morning America? Isn't that, I mean, is it Good Morning America or Today where they do a lot of the concert series thing?
Mm-hmm.
In, like,
sure
Battery Park or someplace like that or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen any advertisements yet, but maybe it's still too early. Maybe this week they're putting stuff up.
What's the date it's hitting New York?
What's the what? I don't. Well, yeah,
What date is it?
What date is it?
When does the tour start? On the 7th?
Thursday. This Thursday.
Okay.
Is it cool? I sent Charlie a link, Joe.
It's the 7th. Yeah. Yes.
It's Cardiff and London this Thursday.
Wow. 2 in 1 day.
And my presumption would be that it would hit New York virtually straight after. Then they're going to do Mexico, Rio, and then they're heading over Korea way, isn't it?
I'm really not getting the Korea thingy, but yeah. But oh well, it's free, isn't it? So.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey guys.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How much was the news today?
We're just talking about the tour.
Did they announce anything yet?
Actually, no.
No. The answer is no. They're gonna wait till like the 13th to announce it. Oh, hey, by the way, tomorrow we're gonna be in New York City at such and such a location. Come on down.
Where you go?
Bring weapons.
Wait, where you gonna be, dude?
No, I'm saying the world tour. We're gonna announce it on the 13th. Oh, we're gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh. Where are you gonna be? You gonna be in New York?
Well, I'm always in New York, but I won't be in the city.
Okay. No, I mean, are you gonna be?
No.
Well, you're not gonna be around Times Square.
I won't be in the city. They never announced it. They're announcing it too late for me.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, the notice I had for the thing I'm going to, I read it the evening of the night before, and it was like they go on sale tomorrow morning. So it's just go for it.
But how far are you from there, Beef?
Oh, I'm just an hour away from where I need to be for that.
For me to go to New York City, it's about 5.5 hours.
That's just commitment.
Oh, that's commitment. I would go, given the a right amount of time to plan. I mean, I could do something overnight, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, I won't be in today.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what's gonna happen.
I'll print up one of those. I don't know if you ever see them on Facebook there, where it says, you know, such and such will not be in because the Doctor Who is on TV.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll
Probably. Yeah, I'll be able to go. I don't know about Sharon. I think she works, so she can't. But unless it's on weekends.
I love the do not disturb signs too.
Well, what about your boys? Can you take them?
They're not going to be back. They're on vacation. I won't see them until September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so it hits New York on the 14th, so that's a week on Thursday.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And then Caroline, I might meet Caroline in the city on the 25th to see it in the theater. We're trying to work that out right now.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll see.
So who knows? You might have an announcement by this weekend of what's actually going to be transpiring.
You really think it's a missing episode that they're going to announce?
Well, there's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Go on, Tim.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, I would have thought they would have held that for a different time, you know, because they want this to be all about Capaldi, the new Doctor and stuff. But on the other hand, why not just bombard us with all kinds of cool stuff all at once, like they did, you know, last year in October, pretty much right before the 50th. And, you know, that's why they held those episodes back last year, just to make it a big kind of thing for the 50th. So maybe that's what they're doing now. Like, oh, by the way,
what about?
We just happen to have Marco Polo in our back pocket, so there you go.
Well, what about the episode? What if the episode that we lost this season is not lost?
Yeah, that would make it random.
No.
What if the episode is a New Year's special connected to the Christmas special?
No, because they've said it's an upcoming DVD release.
Yeah.
They're not going to give us something from an end of a season that hasn't even been broadcast yet.
Yeah. Well,
was anything extra filmed?
We don't know. Apparently, they just finished filming. right? So
All we know is that it's going to be from an upcoming DVD release. Well, right, okay. What are we going to have that's going to be coming out?
Marco Polo.
no, there's nothing announced. That's the whole point. There's nothing announced
Yeah,
except season 8.
yeah.
The next DVDs will be about Capaldi. So.
And we're not going to give you 5 minutes from something you're either going to sit and watch or you haven't seen yet.
Well, that's true. Why would they announce it with Capaldi and Moffat? That doesn't make sense.
Actually, it kind of does in a way. Like I said, you can look at it 2 ways. I mean, why not just bombard us with something cool? Oh, by the way, not only are you getting a brand new season of Doctor Who, but we've got this other missing episode that we're going to throw at you. So, I mean, like they did last year with the 50th. I mean, that's what they did, right? So,
Well, here's what everyone's kind of, been saying. They did the season kind of quick. What if they were already filming before Christmas for this season?
Yeah.
What if they've got that extra episode in their pocket and they say, "Oh, by the way, look what just fell out of my pocket."
But if
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. But if they showed 5 minutes of that, it's going to be completely out of context.
yeah, because it'd be part of a 13-episode run like we normally get, rather than, all of a sudden we got a 12-episode run. And that's just another example of budget cuts, isn't it? Like, in fact, everybody's assuming there's going to be a Christmas episode. What do they decide? You know what? That's all we're going to do this year is these 12 episodes. We're not even going to come back at Christmas because we're working on Sherlock now. We're going to have a Sherlock Christmas. You never know.
He's definitely doing the Christmas special.
Where did you see that, though? I mean, is that definitely confirmed?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see them
He's
throwing.
definitely filming.
Oh, I mean, I can't see them throwing it out the window because it is a tradition now. I mean, it's been 10 years now of Christmas Doctor Who, but at the end of the day, I can also see them saying, you know what, we're going to be busy doing this now, and we're going to do this next year, and blah blah blah. Like we always get these gaps.
The problem is that it did great with the filming this year, and Moffat confirmed that whatever format they used this year, they're going to use for Series 9. So we're going to have consecutive seasons without any interruption. But that was before the BBC opened their mouth about Sherlock, wanted to get it sooner than later. And that was before the schedules became available for Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman for Sherlock.
That's my point. It might spell a delay for Doctor Who. You never know.
They're going to film in January now, Sherlock, which will cause a problem.
Yeah.
Unless they film stuff that's not Moffat's episodes out of order.
Well, it's a special.
It's
a special, right? So it's not a full season that they're actually talking about with Sherlock yet. They already said that was going to be 2 years later, wouldn't it?
You still have to understand something. They're going to film 3 episodes for season 4 and the special at the same time. They're going to film them back to back to back, so you're going to get 4 episodes of Sherlock.
I thought they were just talking about a special.
No, it's definite. They're going to be filming season 4 and the Christmas special.
But
no specific order.
But it's going to be a short season. It's only like, 6 episodes?
Actually, it's in 3. Every season of Sherlock is just 3. It's 3 1.5-hour movies.
Oh.
This time they're doing. But I got the impression from what I read that they were doing a special, probably a one-off special for next Christmas or next New Year's, and then they're going to follow on from that with the next season, which like they already said it was going to be a couple of years.
It's all filmed in January. That's January to
March.
Then
you can honestly say right now that we're not going to get season 9 next year. It's going to be like another gap year.
No, because the thing is, you won't necessarily have the tour next year, so that's going to be 2 weeks that are going to be available for filming.
But do you really think they'll gap Doctor Who? Are you talking about gapping Doctor Who or Sherlock?
Doctor Who did take precedence for Sherlock.
I would think Doctor Who would, because it's such a cash cow for them right now.
No, but they're putting Sherlock ahead of Doctor Who's plans.
Well, right now Sherlock is what everyone wants to have also, but,
You can't have your cake and eat it too, though.
Actually, you can. I mean, in a way, they were able to film. Okay, they were able to film 12 episodes in less than 7. Well, pretty much less than 7 months, because we just got into this. What? Now we're in the 8th month now. Yeah. So okay, but this is way quicker than they filmed season 7 in 2012.
Yeah.
That took them 11 months to get those 14 episodes in the can. For whatever reason, was it Olympics? We don't know. I mean, we know there were a lot of gaps and blah 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 and problems. But
And we know with this season, though, they took on more production staff that were obviously old hands at working within the framework.
maybe the new way that they're doing it is they just have like maybe they have 3 crews going at once. You know, like so. Okay, you've got this crew filming over here, filming pickups, this thing over here, this thing over here. They've got the scripts all lined up, so it's just like it's maybe like like filming a movie, which is what they do with movies all the time. You have more than one crew working on the movie at once, so
Like,
maybe that's
yeah.
maybe that's
I
why.
have to look at the dates because I'm going to calculate.
Well, they got 7 blocks in about less than 8 months, so I mean that's awesome. That's quicker than they've done any season of Doctor Who so far since they came back in 2005. So
Yeah.
I mean, if they're able to pull that off next year, then yeah, maybe Sherlock doesn't get in the way. Then because
I'm
what
gonna
does Moffat have to
say-
do? Read scripts, write scripts, send it over. I mean, if they've got enough people working on it, then maybe they can nail it all out really quickly.
I'm going to say that
And if BBC want
If
more of that,
they-
they're going to throw people at it.
Yeah.
if they're going to
Get it done
film
and get it done
Sherlock,
quick.
if they're going
Because
to
the
film
windows
Sherlock
are narrow.
in January to March, right? And if they start filming Doctor Who later than usual, April, right? Series 9 is either going to start on September 26th or October 3rd. It's not going to start in August.
Well,
And if you, that's not bad.
let's say they don't do both at once.
No, they are going to do it. They'll do Sherlock and then they'll do Doctor Who.
What
Yeah.
makes you think that those people are going to have 3 months free to film it? 3 months. That's a hell of a
That's
long
what they
time.
said. They
I'm pretty
said
sure
that
all they've
they,
announced is a special, which I think if
they
they
said that's
actually
the window that they have to get them to film it. They're
If they
not
start-
doing anything in those months.
if they start filming the special that they were talking about, and whenever they get done filming Doctor Who Christmas special, they can actually throw that out for New Year's this year, and that would just be like a little bonus since Sherlock came back this year, and then follow up that with the following year with that the regular season 4 would it be? Yeah.
See, I don't think they could do the Christmas special because what it was going to be about Moriarty for Sherlock because he was
Well,
supposed
they've
to
already
come
announced
back.
it's going to be a one-off special, isn't it?
Yeah, but is that what the special is going to be? It's going to be the special and then the season, or is it going to be season on the special?
That's what I'm not sure of. I mean, they said it was a special, so it might just be a New Year's special, and then they won't come back till next New Year's or something. I don't know. I mean, you get my point though. It was a one-off special.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't.
they're not. They're filming 4 episodes in January till whenever.
I haven't heard that anywhere.
It's the three episodes of season 4 and the special. They're filming it, so that would mean that Doctor Who can air in October, possibly September 26th or October 3rd, which would still make it basically to be on time.
Well,
with
again,
finishing.
there's no reason to assume that they can't do both at the same time.
Well, that's
I
what I'm saying. It's no, they'll finish Sherlock and then they'll go to Doctor Who.
We don't know that.
Doctor Who could start right along with Sherlock because they really don't need. I mean, they can start episodes that Moffat aren't involved in before his episodes go.
Well, I mean, that was a cool thing
Still
that
the
this last
Sherlock,
year.
the
We had the
Sherlock.
Christmas special, and the next week on New Year's we had Sherlock. So it was really cool, like little, same people working on the same show, And like Tim said a minute ago, I mean, the BBC will throw people at this. They will throw money at this because they want to get it done. So if they do have a new technique of filming and getting these things done in a quicker way than they did in 2012, then of course, why not? Why not embrace that? Then
Yeah.
do it. So I mean,
Going.
in other words,
I think they could do it without a split.
have a Doctor Who Christmas special, and then have a Sherlock New Year's Eve special, and then do the same thing they did this year with Doctor Who, and have season 9 in the can by August, and then do Sherlock for the following year. So I mean, or whatever, or do both at the same time. You never
But
know.
it won't. The time frame is going to be different when they start later because if they don't, they're not going to start like they did this year. It's going to be behind because of Sherlock. It's going to be behind, so that means that they're going to be not wrapped by August. They're going to be wrapped by September.
I mean, we don't know that. Last year, we don't even know what they were doing. Apparently, they had all these scripts in the can, and a few people let it leak. But we were all like assuming, oh,
Well,
they're starting.
they already have 4 or 5
We're not going
scripts
to see
ready for
this.
Series 9.
That's what I'm saying.
They
They're
have
already writing
it's
stuff for this
sitting
year.
there.
Well, there you go then. That means they're ahead of the game now. Whereas, the year before they were behind the game, and everybody, itched and moaned last year that we're only getting 2 episodes this year. It's not cool. What the hell? Why is this?
Well, maybe
blah blah blah. But guess what? Maybe they were just getting things ready to do all these things at once.
Maybe he could film Series 9, Episode 1 and 2 before November.
I doubt that, but they're gonna. I mean, because they're gonna come back and film Christmas, aren't they?
You mean split the production?
Christmas will be finished by August.
We're in August, bro.
I know that, but the tour will end when?
I'm not sure.
20.
It runs for 2 weeks from the 7th.
You mean in September, Joe?
About the 21st.
So
Yeah, the end
the
of September,
22nd, he films the Christmas.
And then the 23rd, the series begins. Then
The
the week after
22nd,
that,
the 22nd he films Christmas. He'll probably be done in September for the Christmas, and then you just air it in December.
The biggest thing we are forgetting is whether or not Benedict and Freeman are going to be available.
They are available. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But they can get, like anything, like with work, they can get work just like that and say, sorry, I've got Marvel just called, I'm doing Doctor Strange.
One of the cool things is that they love this show and they love doing it. So I mean, that's one of the cool things about it. They will make room on their schedules for it. So that's what's cool. Yeah.
Well, there's no question they would, but they might say try to move it a little bit so we can do both.
But you're saying, Joe, that the window that they've got available in their respective schedules is January to March.
Well, here's the
3
thing.
months.
They have a window, but they're going to be filming certain things when another makes a movie. Like if Benedict Cumberbatch not free, they're going to film Martin Freeman's part. So they're going to film. They're not completely free, but they'll have gaps where they can finish the production of Series 4 of Sherlock with the Christmas special, January to probably April. Which is why I'm saying it won't wrap, because they're making movies in between, so they'll be filming each other's parts without them being together. On those little scenes where Martin Freeman's talking to his wife, or doing this, or talking to the inspector, or talking to Minecraft, or whatever. They'll be filming that, the parts where they're not together. And they have to wait for the other one to come back from their movie filming.
Yeah.
That's why it's not that quick. That's why it's not going to be like snap, we're done in January. It's going to be January to like April.
No, but all that stuff is worked out before they embark on a production, at least as far as BBC television is concerned, because they're not going to do it that way. They're not going to wait. They're going to make sure that they have the actors involved, signed up to do those parts on those days, and that's the way television is made. Especially with BBC, there's very limited resources. So
shooting schedules and locations
all
and everything like
figured
that.
out way ahead of time. Just like any season of Doctor Who. I mean, that's why they film out of order. We can do this bit here on this location, and we can do another bit on this location here for this episode. So have all the costumes ready, have all this stuff ready, and that's the way they do television now. It's not chronological at all. So
They are-
what?
It's gonzo, man.
Hello.
September through December, Moffat is writing the rest of Series 9. Okay? Not counting Neil Gaiman's script, not counting Neil Crow's script, not counting Stephen Thompson's script, not counting Mark Gatiss' other script. He's writing Series 9 this year after August. Probably when they're done filming with the Christmas special of Doctor Who, he's going to be writing Series 9.
He already said he had an outline for it, so.
Yeah. And Sherlock, they have it mapped out to Series 5.
So there you go. I don't think it's going to affect it. I really don't.
He'll write Doctor Who, he'll film Sherlock, and he'll film Doctor Who.
But I mean, there's no guarantee there's actually going to be a delay. They might just pop back in next January and start filming Doctor Who. like they did this year.
There's not going to really be a delay in the year. I mean, it's not going to be split, but it won't air in August at all.
No, I mean, we don't know that because I'm not convinced that they're actually filming a full season of Sherlock. I think they've got the actors back for a month, and they're going to do a special. They probably won't even broadcast till either A, New Year's Eve this year, or B, Christmas next year. You know, and
well, let's look it up. Let's see what news we have on that.
I don't think they've actually got 4 lined up yet. I mean, I haven't read anything to that effect, but you could be right. I mean, they could. You know what? We got these guys for a couple of months. Let's film the whole thing. If they've got the episodes written and all that stuff. But again, it's all about logistics. I mean, you have to have everything in place, ready to embark on a production like that.
For those of you just joining us, welcome to the new Whovians cast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here is the article. Season 4, spoilers, Moriarty to return next season. Let's see what it says here.
Black.
Yeah, I don't see what's on it.
Hardly a spoiler considering we know how the last episode finished up, but yeah.
Okay, they're going to film in January. They're going to filming of Sherlock Season 4 will start in January 2015. That's what it says. Right on the bottom there.
When was that from, though? Is that from earlier in the
When
year?
did they plan on broadcasting it, though? Because, they
2015.
try to make this event television.
This is yesterday.
Yesterday? That was.
So, let me see what else is on.
Well, I don't think we're going to be
That
screwed
was
over next year. I don't think we'll
yesterday.
get screwed over next year. I honestly don't think we're going to get screwed over.
Variety reports it on July 2nd that Sherlock will return to be filmed also for a 4th season, filming in 2015 to be aired in 2016.
Well, there you go, then. It's for next year.
No, it's going to be filming now.
No, they just said they're going to be filming it in 2015 to be aired in 2016.
January.
15.
Yeah.
January. We're in 2014 now. January. They're going to film in January, Sherlock.
They didn't say that. They said filmed in 2015. Does it say January there?
Let's see.
You said January of 2015.
Let's see what Variety has to say. Guys, I know you're trying to figure out the relevance of why we're talking about Sherlock on the Whovians cast.
Why not?
But unfortunately, the reason why is because it has to do and affect Doctor Who greatly. And according to this article in Variety now, it says the same thing. They will be filming in 2015 of January. So, co-creator Stephen Moffat said of the show's return, a special plus a new series of 3 episodes. They're going to film them all 4 at the same time, one after the other.
Right, well, Doctor Who will have 2 units. Sherlock will have 2 units. If they go into Doctor Who at the start of the year, they can be doing table reads for at least a couple of weeks, which is going to avail them some time to get embedded into Sherlock. And then, yeah, exactly. It's just filming out a sequence.
The only delay we're gonna have is a 2-month delay than usual.
Yeah, it means one of 2 things. Either they're more efficient now and they can do 2 shows at the same time, or there's going to be a delay and then we have the possibility of another split year, which, if that's what they need to do.
You're not going to go split year. No
How do you know?
way.
How do you know?
Because I will say this, is that they rued the split season ever since they've gone through that.
They celebrated it in 2011. They loved it. They were just talking it up like that was the greatest thing ever to have a split season because nobody watches Doctor Who in the summer. Yeah. That was their whole point.
Oh yeah.
And then they didn't even come back until September of the following year. because of the Olympics or whatever. But I mean, you get my point that nobody likes split year, but unless until they can prove that they can do both at one time, then you're looking at a split probably.
But that's it. But I think Moffat he came on at the start of this year. He's very reticent and said, look, I've secured 12 episodes of the Christmas special. I'm pushing for 13. I don't know if I'm going to get 13, but I've got 12, and there's not going to be any splits. So he's very sure about that. And I think they've learned the lesson that the split season does not work.
I am going to say this. The problem with losing an episode, this season.
Well, you say we're losing an episode. He said he had 12. He was going to try and get 13, but he wasn't
It's
able to
14
get that.
episodes a year we always got. 13 plus a Christmas special is 14. Now we're going to have 12 plus a Christmas special, which is 13. So
But your first episode is also
now.
feature length. Your first episode is also feature length, so you're getting a bit back there.
But still, we're still losing an episode. Now, what's to say them say, well, you know what, we're going to do 10 episodes next year of Doctor Who. And a Christmas special, meaning 11. So who's to say he won't cut it too? Cut it more. Just to get Capaldi, just to get it on time. Why not he make it 10 like Game of Thrones and everything else? 10 episodes and a Christmas special.
That would be heartbreaking.
10 episodes of Penny Dreadful. It's going to be 10 episodes of Game of Thrones, 10 episodes of Bates Motel, 10 episodes of Doctor Who, plus a Christmas special.
Well, you're at the mercy of the BBC, and that's the way they do it. And like I said, their focus right now is on trying to get more Sherlock in the can because it was very successful last January, and they're they always leave Doctor Who on the back burner, don't they?
If they can get 6 episodes of Sherlock, they will.
Yep. But you shouldn't compare Doctor Who to Game of Thrones. The different production companies, different.
No. What I'll tell you why I'm comparing it. I'll tell you why. Star Trek Next Generation episodes were like 45 minutes, 44 minutes, right? It was like a format that was used by Doctor Who even, where their episodes are 45 minutes, 44 minutes, right? Season cliffhangers, season finales, okay? Now we're seeing, they cut one episode. If they can cut one episode, they can cut 2 more episodes next year. Who's to stop them?
They do that all the time, though.
But the problem is you'll never get it back.
I mean, you cannot really compare BBC television to American television because it's always less. It's always less. Their comedy shows, the standard is they run for 6 episodes of 30 minutes. Our comedies run for like 25 episodes of 30 minutes.
You'll never get
same
season back to 14 episodes ever again.
Probably not. Probably not, because you know what? They realize they can cut one and get away with it. Because they're broadcasting from August 23rd to, I guess, the middle of November, and it's only a month away for Christmas. If they're doing a Christmas, then there you go.
About 5 weeks maybe, and then you have Children in Need, which they'll have and then they'll have an event calendar for a month for Doctor Who. They'll probably have a special or a preview.
What I do like that they're doing differently this time is that they're promoting the hell out of it. I mean, look at what they're doing with this tour. That's unprecedented, and that's brilliant. I mean, that's awesome.
Like, awesome.
Look at the trailers. More promotion than the 50th.
Yeah, that was like insane. Great. I loved watching those specials.
What a disrespect that was for the 50th anniversary. That now with Peter Capaldi, they're promoting it like a million times more than they did the 50th.
Again. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not the way marketing works, bro. I told you back then. You put out a trailer 2 weeks before the show. Everybody knew it was coming anyway. You don't waste your money that way.
They put the trailer out for Capaldi like way more than a month before.
Oh.
Doctor Who trailers are for people who don't know Doctor Who. Doctor Who fans know Doctor Who's coming. They know that to expect it. People who don't watch it see it on TV. Hey, I'll catch that maybe. It looks good. It's not something I usually watch. That's what a trailer's for.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and there was that nonsense that they had the Comic-Con trailer that they didn't put online, and that's what got everybody like, "Where's our trailer?"
And didn't I say that the next year they weren't going to be there? I said that they weren't going to be there the following year after that fiasco. I said that.
That wasn't a fiasco.
So it was. They got in trouble. People were pissed
How
off.
did they get in trouble?
Because people paid for that on their TV, and they didn't get to see it first.
What do you mean? They showed it at a convention, and then they refused to release it online.
Yeah, in America.
In America, yeah. How did that get them in trouble? They didn't go because it conflicted with the dates of their tour. And they're filming.
It comes from the UK, and they want to see it first.
Yeah, the UK public weren't happy with it at all. I will say that.
Well,
you know,
that's
They got
understandable.
more.
It's always been that way. I mean, you can go back to the 80s and the 90s, and the UK fans were really upset because, and this is before we had internet, but I mean, you know they were upset because on any PBS station in America, in any part of the country you could go to, you could see Doctor Who. They couldn't see it over there, and it was their show. I mean, so, you know, that's always been the case, hasn't it?
Next year, they're not going to be there either. And yet,
You never know.
next year. Yeah, I do. They're not going to be.
No.
Well, like you said,
I don't think they'll be there next year.
They're not, dude, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, he has to hear every complaint from the BBC. They got so overloaded, they didn't want to hear it no more. They didn't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
It's never going to have that again. They're going to have the trailers in UK. They're going to do it. They're not going to do no Comic-Con thing anymore.
I disagree. Comic-Con is a big deal for all
But
this
they
stuff that we
skipped out
talked
this
about
year.
on this show, the everything show. Yeah, because it conflicted with their scheduling. They were working on the show at the same time they were scheduling this tour. So, I mean, to read something else into that is just silly. I mean, you know what? They will probably be there next year.
I don't think so. Unless you split it.
You know what? Stick me if I'm wrong. Tell me, you know, hey, you're wrong, bro.
No. But when they showed up, didn't they have split seasons? Of course they were there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's why they were there. They were
This
split
wasn't a
or they
snub.
weren't.
This wasn't a snub to Comic-Con. They were still filming this season, and they have their own tour, an unprecedented promotional tour lined up that they're going
There's
on
no
starting
way.
this week.
There's no way with Sherlock filming January to April that they're going to have time to do Comic-Con in July. No way.
You never know.
I don't forget about next year. No way. No way.
You never know.
Impossible.
You never know. Like you said, if they're pushing forward the Doctor Who filming schedule, then they might have time. You never know.
Then you're not getting 13 episodes. You'll get 10. Exactly. It's not happening. Man.
Like I said, with BBC, I wouldn't be surprised if they went that route because most of their shows are 10. Musketeers was 10. Well, actually, a lot of their shows are 13. So, I mean, there you go. It's hard to say. Atlantis was 13. I don't know. I still don't know anybody that's watched that, but, you know. No, they're coming back for a second.
Really?
I've watched some, not all of it.
Some of their dramas get just 8. That's the way they do it over there. It's not. You can't compare it to American television at all because American television has a lot more money thrown into it.
What about Channel Louise Coleman? I mean, I'm sure she's going to be in movies, no?
I'm hoping she's back for season 9, but it's not looking that way.
I don't think so.
Which would kind of suck.
I want you to think that, but I think she'll be back for 9.
I would hope so because I mean, the thing I don't like about that is this chick was hired in March of 2012, and here we are in August of 2014, and she's been in 12 episodes. I mean, come on.
Dude,
So all the gaps and all that's what I mean. Like you can never predict where they're gonna go with this. So.
Yeah, sad. I'd like to see her.
she's gone.
We don't know.
We don't know that. I
Can't wait to see her this kind of season.
We'll see.
I think she's gonna have a whole different relationship with Peter Capaldi's Doctor, though. That's gonna be interesting to watch. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun because it's not gonna be any more of that.
No.
There's no more mystery girl. It's like, okay, this is who you are and this is who he is.
We're
And
probably going to get to know her as a companion and not some
It's
mystery.
all about marketing. It's all about promoting something new. Next year will be a new companion. They will promote the crap out of that next year. It's not going to be Clara. Sorry.
Well,
They
it's
want
hard
to
to say.
promote the new Doctor with the new companion.
We don't know where they're going to go with it because, I mean, they would have to, at some point they're going to announce it. Here's the thing. Here's the tricky situation that you're about to get into is that when the tour starts this week, everybody's going to be asking, hey, Jenna Louise, are you coming back for season 9? And she's going to have to either lie and say yes or lie and say no. I mean, we're not going to know.
If she looks at Moffat, it's over.
Ah.
Because remember last year, she was asked on a radio show when she was still brand new, and she was like, I think it's safe to assume I'm coming back for season 8. And at that time, we didn't even know Smith was leaving. So.
If she looks at Moffat, it's over.
Yeah.
Just tell Beef Ed.
How am I supposed to answer it?
Right.
But
well, in all fairness, I'm pretty sure that he asked her at the beginning of the season, preparing of the season, that do you want to stick around or do you want to be written out? 'Cause I'm sure they're gonna work it in somehow, like they did. That's what they did with Karen Gillan. I mean, they told her, like, hey, she's like, yeah, I want to be written out, but I want to be written out for good. And sure enough, she came back anyway. That's cool.
Which is why I say anything is possible.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah.
But I love seeing her.
She was her character, but not really her character.
Yeah, I love seeing her on the Christmas thing. It was like, oh, I cried.
I know. All right, gang. I think that's going to be it for tonight. The Real Whovians. We may do an everything show. Have to see. All right. So.
All right.
Take care. Bye for now.
Take care.